Okay, so you should see my screen and it should be on the One Zone profile page, which from here you can access your One login. Some of you may already have the One login extension, which is up in your bookmarks area right here, like so. You can also access it from here as well. But what we're looking for is actually branding guidelines right here. If you see it on the toolbar area, and then in the main page, you'll see right here, brand guidelines as well. So once we click on that, it's going to be their new and improved website. I know some of you have seen me talk about this before, but like I said, I'm going to start from the very beginning. That way, everyone who's new or may not remember too well can have a can know where to access this. So pretty much you can see right here, they have stuff like logo usage, social assets, styling, video, office branding, and things like that. So we're gonna actually jump into the logo usage. And so what this is going to do is not only is going to give you a download link to these logos, it's also going to give you the proper way to use them. You see right here, it gives you some rules and guidelines for spacing. You want to make sure that you don't, change the color on it, which you'll see right here. They do have some icons, which is nice. You have that one pin, that one button right there as well. Also some alternate ones, but I want to kind of bring attention to the improper use here. You'll see that some of them, it gives examples, if you're using the one logo, you got to make sure you have the one coloring, the one branding in there as well. But you can kind of tell most, if not all you guys that use this do it correctly, so I wouldn't worry at all. But again, this is right here. And so you notice this actually just says Realty One Group. There's not the summit there. I'm actually going to show you where to actually download the Realty One Group Summit logo, which is going to be over here in affiliates, but we'll continue as we go on from there. So you see here, now we have some styling here. This is going to be the colors. So if you guys ever had any marketing, or if you had anybody do marketing for you and they ask you for the certain colors, the brand guidelines will give you the exact color code. And what I mean by that is this number right here. You see for gold, it's number C5895E right there at the top. That is the exact matching color for the Realty One Gold, which is pretty unique in itself. White and black are pretty generic, as you see there, but for the gold, in our case, you want to make sure you have that as well. So when you use that for marketing, that is what you're going to use. Now here we have typography. This is going to be pretty important as well. This is what we use for essentially the font is the other word for Realty One Group. You have the Mosaic Sans font, the Mosaic Slab. It gives kind of the examples down right here. And also some other more fun ones, which we have is Freeland and this one right here underneath it. I think it's like I don't know how to pronounce that one right there. But you can actually have the options to download them all right here. So you see as I highlight this, you can download, which I'll do right now. And it comes up in a zip folder, zip form right here. So if you guys are to use this, it's fairly simple. I'll actually show you right now since we're in it. I'll open it up. I see that it's zipped up, so I want to unzip it, extract all. That'll extract it. You'll see Mosaic Sans here. It has different options, and you can just right-click it and install. So you just install it into. Let's see, I already have it installed. So when you install it, like your Word program, like Microsoft Word, will automatically pick it up, or whatever Word program you use. If you have something free like Notepad, probably not, but like typically everybody has Microsoft Word. So once you install it, you can select it from your fonts. When it comes to Canva, I'll show you that in just a bit, but that's pretty much the baseline, how to get the fonts and then use them into your Word program. So you'll see here that there's more kind of guidelines for you, display text, how they usually do it, subheading and body. So I mean, I know the fonts and typography, there's a lot of leeway to it. But the main thing that's important is definitely having that ROG logo, that Summit logo, and then of course your DRE numbers when it comes to social media and marketing materials. Those are the two main things that we really want to worry about. As I continue down, you'll see like this thing. What I really like here is if it looks like our brand, it feels like our brand, it probably is your brand. That's because Realty One Group has done such a good job of sticking and adhering to these guidelines that their brand is super recognizable and noticeable. We do have brush strokes, gold brush strokes. You see me use these on anything that I do for Realty One Group Summit. I really like it. Again, it's with the branding. You'll see here we have this brick wall that I use for our weekly events. So anything that I'm putting out, guys, is all coming from right here, this Realty One Group Summit. So if you think, oh, if I only have that, you do have access to it right here. We come to the social tab. This is pretty cool. A lot of people don't know about this. They can just come in here, and if they have, if you don't really have time to make anything, you can come in here and grab some social media stuff. Just snag them, you know, top 1%, we matter, everyone wins. They have stuff for everything, holiday, celebrations, recruiting, just for fun, listings, it's all right here. And then for the video, same thing, they have a video library, which is kind of like GIFs and short videos, kind of showing our culture, the environment. So if you want to use that in your type of marketing presentation, you can do that right there. I'm gonna head over to the office. This is just gonna be office branding. This is gonna be not too important, but you can use these. I wanna show you. If you guys have ever gone on Zoom and you're like, whoa, where'd they get that Zoom background from? Right here, Office Essentials, Zoom, and you'll click it, and they already have Zoom backgrounds already created for you. So we have Think Big, One Day, One Love, you know, Waking Up to Win, this pretty cool, funky one that I'm a big fan of. And they have stuff for the hub and other things like that. So it does say Zoom background. These also make for good, you know, banners, be it for your website or Facebook as well, because they're pretty wide and they stretch across and they're cropping very nice. So you can use that as well. I'm a big fan of the tape too. It just really stands out. And then here we have Essentials, which is going to be just some more branding. And we have, this is where you get the listing presentation right here, but that's for another day. To download the Realty One Group Summit proprietary material, you actually come over here to where it says affiliates. So once you click on affiliates, it's going to open up a new tab. And you have a box right here, and you'll see that I've already done this before. You'll type in Summit, hit enter. Give it some time to load, and you'll see here that it brings me to a new page. And here we have Realty. It's going to say your DBA, but that's just the example it provides. Wherever it says your DBA, your designated broker, that's going to be Summit. So Realty One Group Summit. So this is where you get all the logos already created for you. Some, as you can see, are like black and gray. Some are gold. Some are black. Some have backgrounds. Some don't. You have them all right here, ease of access. You just download the logo kit. Again, it brings you to a folder, and then you have access to them right here. You also have access to your email signature that we use on all of our email signatures. That's the same thing. It's a little different for this one. You just actually open it up in a new page, copy it like so, and then paste it into your email signature and then edit it within that templated form. So it's plug and play and you're ready to go. But again, so here we have some other extra things in the affiliates. But in the logo summit kit, I'm just going to open it up here. This is the logos that I downloaded. So you'll see here JPG means pretty much they're going to be the ones with the background. We have the black and gray one, for example. While if I go back one, the PNG are going to be the ones without a background. So like someone on black logo type here. So you see that. Obviously, there's no background, so the white is showing through, so you're not going to catch it right there. Let me open up a different one. Here you go, like the Realty One Group logo. So this one doesn't have a background, so you can legit drop it on your marketing pieces and be ready to go. So you see here that there's actually quite a few logos. This one has 6 for the non-background, and then with the JPG one, there's 4 here. Total of 10. I think there's even more. Yeah, different file types. So if you guys ever wondering where to grab those logos, we're right there in the affiliates. Again, it's Realty One Group branding, essentials, affiliates, and then type in Summit and you're ready to go. So now that we have our foundationary pieces, now we want to create a marketing piece, or now we want to create something for our social media, and we're going to run it through Canva, which is a free program. It does have its paid versions as well, but this is pretty much a free program. So come over here. I'm already on the Canva dashboard, I would say, or I'm getting there right now. Let's see here. I have some examples up here provided, if it loads correctly. Of course. Why wouldn't it? Okay, we'll just forget about that one, I guess. We'll move on. And so here you can see here, I'm going to show you guys everything that I've done here is all through Canva. Everything that you see that comes from Realty One Group Summit is all through Canva. So I'm not using some Photoshop from Adobe or some hyper expensive marketing material. It's all ease of access on this program called Canva. Again, so you see I have my top producer, my weekly events, everything right here. And what I like about Canva, and there's other free programs out there as well, but what I like about Canva, it's very intuitive and it's very snappy for you when you want to create marketing materials and you want to have access to previous assets and elements that I've used before. So let's just pretend we're going to make a brand new Instagram post, right? Like I do for our Instagram almost every day. So you say create a design, and it automatically has, you can punch in your custom dimensions, but it automatically has these templated forms. You know, what do you want on Instagram? It gives you the square kind of, the square fit, or you have poster, logos, mutation, Facebook posts, all right here, quickly built out. But let's just make an Instagram post, right? Say maybe we're getting a new house, a new listing. We just helped somebody close on a listing. Yada, yada, yada. It's all out there, you know, but this is real estate related. So we're going to want to have our branding on there. We're going to have some bit of us, and we're going to have like our D. I don't think we need our, do we need our DRE number if we're doing something for Instagram?
Yes.
Okay. And we're not, great. Tell me Canva is not working right now. Let's see here.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, let me try this.
Do you want me to try?
I'm gonna try one more time here. Let's see if I can. Oh my gosh! And it's not the internet because I've been going through all the realty branding stuff. So let me see if I can just open up a previous one I've had. Okay. So the irony on Tuesdays is
it's almost like it finds you. Oh, you know what though? It's not you. It's Canva. Because mine got the same exact thing.
You have the same exact thing? Oh,
yep.
Great. Of course, it's Canva on the one day we're teaching Canva. So this is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's we'll rotate a little bit here. We'll give us some time. I'm going to actually show you guys how to master their email signature. This is going to be a little different for some of you if you're using MacBooks or if you have a different email program. But for the most part, you can kind of play with it and it kind of follows the same guidelines. So here I have my email. What I'm talking about is email signature that we opened up from the affiliate page. So what I'm going to do is actually copy this. I'm not copy image, sorry, just copy because it's text. Come over to my email and actually come over to my settings. So if this is Gmail right here, you're going to see that there is the setting icon button there. Click the more settings. It's actually going to scroll down until you see signature. And you can already see that I have some stuff plugged in here. What I'm going to do is essentially do it from scratch for you guys. Delete it all, and then I'm going to paste it. So you see I pasted it, and now it has like first name, last name. It's all templated. So what it's pretty cool about this is you quite literally just delete stuff and then start typing your information in, and it automatically plugs it in. So it's very simple. You just follow the format, and you're ready to rock and roll. So this is how you use the email signature. A lot of times people kind of, they think it's super complicated, and I can see why, but it's already pre-built. So you don't have to mess with the fonts or colors or anything like that. You just come in here, plug it in, ready to go. And then you can actually kind of get a little fancy with it. If you saw earlier, my other one, I actually have some icons there at the bottom for my social medias. I don't have them linked anywhere because I use it for an example. So agents you can actually pull off from my signature. Let me refresh this actually without saving, just to show you guys. So you see here, this is my signature that's all customized. I have the office location, my office phone number, brokerage license information here, but you see these buttons, they're kind of already scaled to size. They have the one logo. You can actually come to my signature and you can highlight it. You can copy it and paste it in yours as well. And then once you do that, you actually can highlight it. Let's see, for example, the Facebook. I'll show you guys how to do this right now to create a hyperlink. So I'm highlighting it, right? There's this chain button right here. It says link. It says, okay, you want to make this a hyperlink. What URL should it go to when people click on it? Let's say I'm gonna want to go to the ROGS Realty Home Group Summit page. So I would just go here, copy that, and paste it. Boom. Okay. So now when people click on this, it's going to say, hey, go to link ROGS Summit. And bam, there you go. So that's how you create a hyperlink within your Gmail settings. Doesn't always have to be just, click here for my top 5 homes for sale, whatever. You can use it for your social medias and use it as an image as well, which you see a lot of the big marketing sites do, and you can kind of emulate that as well. So it's pretty nifty trick. I like it. It's one of my favorite things. So that's how you guys can do that as well. We'll see. Try to get back into Canva here. And if this isn't going to work, I'll just kind of watch over this and I'll make a video that I'll upload into our Facebook and YouTube when it does work. So I apologize to you guys. The Canva isn't working right now. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Awesome. We got the builder going, so we're actually saved here for just a bit. All right, so where were we at? Okay, making a social media post for our Instagram. That was the example that we're providing. So let me just delete some stuff here. I don't want to kind of go back because I'm afraid that it's going to kick me out. So I'm going to delete almost everything. Yeah, we just have just a standard. This could be just white as well. Let's just leave it that color. So we're starting from scratch, right? So if you would imagine, I came to my branding guidelines. Let's come back here. I came to my branding guidelines. I downloaded my logos, my affiliate logos. I downloaded like the gold thing, the gold flakes, the circles, all these Realty Work elements. And what I'm going to do is there's a spot here called uploads. You can upload any and all your images and it creates kind of like a bank for you. So not only does it keep it stored, but it also gives you access to use them at all times. So when I'm scrolling down here, you can notice a lot of images. These are what we use for our top producers, or happy birthdays, things like that. You're going to find them right here. I have like Realty One. I have multiple backgrounds. All is kind of like stored here and as a bank. And what I like about this is if you're kind of stuck on like marketing what you're going to do, you can always come down here and just like throw things in there and play around with it. You can scale it up to size, and you still have that ROG-esque type feel. So even if you're not good at designing things, if you can come down here and just follow the formula, you're going to be pretty set on kind of like a ROG type post. So you'll see here that I have the gold flake, and then I'm going to drop it in there. For example. But like I said, we're going to pretend like we're doing something for real estate. So what I'm going to do first is create the initial design of this, and I'm using elements that I found on the Realty One Group Summit, of course. We're going to do something like this, throw some in here. Let's pretend like we're going to make a headshot with this right here. And then we'll have some verbiage on the right-hand side, so we kind of have some a flow here. So let's grab a headshot. Cami, we're going to use you. I'm going to put it in the circle right now. And so if you guys have Canva, you notice that we have these square images, but you're probably wondering, well, how do I get a circle and how do I get the cropping? The way Canva does it is actually slightly different from other programming sites. It's going to be used with what they call a frame. And so what I would do is actually drop this in here within that ROG circle, and I'll fit it to size. And I'm going to come back to my uploads. And once I drag the image over it, it automatically kind of crops it for me. So the frame is there and it puts it within the frame, that cropping of it. So now I have that there. The background's looking pretty plain. So if you guys know me, I do like that brick background. I use it quite a bit here. I'm going to drop this in the back. I'm going to scale it to size to give ourselves some kind of extra dimension, not such a flat image. See how it's coming out in the front? If that happens for you, in the top right here, there's a spot called position. This allows you to take any element you have and you can move it to the back. You can move it forward one, backward one. You can put it, pretty much align it within your piece. So now I have that. So now we're getting some heft to our image. But of course, as we mentioned earlier, some of the key important things are to have a Realty One Group Summit logo in there and the proper branding. So I've uploaded a lot of our logos into the Canva system here. So as you see on my left-hand side, there's that bank of them that I keep mentioning. So we have some with the backgrounds, we have some without the backgrounds. And personally, I pretty much stick to the ones without the backgrounds because I believe they have a pretty good high quality image to them when it comes to resolution as well. So we're going to go ahead. This is probably going to fit best because the black will kind of mesh, will kind of get muddied within the black as well. However, if I do want to come up, maybe I want to try, I may do want the black one. Let me, but I'll have it over, no, because that's going to, the gold kind of gets in the way there. So this is what I mean. You can kind of play around with it just a bit. See how it's working out for you yet? No. Let's try this one. Don't like it. So we're going to keep this right here. Probably Realty One Group Summit, just like so. And so now we have that. But what's important next is to have the, of course, the office, the name of the agent and the DRE number. So we're coming over here to our text area right here. And this is where you'll find stuff to add your text. Very simple. Click that where it says add a heading. If you notice right here in the top left, it automatically has me on my typography that I mentioned earlier. I believe if you're using the free form of Canva, you might not have the option to install your own typography. But if you're using the pro form, which is just like a subscription base per month, which is pretty cheap, then you do have to upload that. But I'm actually getting more information on that in just a bit. But yeah, so let's get this, and we're gonna drag it up here. Actually, this is like, that gold is so vibrant, it's kind of hard to use it as a backdrop. So we'll just kind of use it as an accent for the most part. Here, let's just do Kimmy. Then we'll probably have like maybe like add a subheading. So this is gonna be smaller type verbiage, right? Let's drag this up here. And I'm just gonna create a fake DRE number just for the sake of examples, DRE, 5555555, whatever digit number it's gonna be. So it's pretty simple. Like I mentioned, we have the two main things for compliance, which is Realty One Group Summit logo, the name, and then the DRE number, which you can take place right in here. And then you can add, other information like a little body of text here, right? Of course, we can make this bigger by dragging it just like so. You say, hey, hello, everybody. Check out my virtual open house this Friday at 5 p.m. And so now we have something that's real estate related. We have the proper compliance, so you're not gonna come down off from a DRE, and you won't have me and Grant emailing you guys every week saying, hey, come make sure you guys are all compliant. But this is an example provided to you guys how easy it is to just really, wherever you're using, just to drag and drop some of these things and be compliant. Now, of course, I'd come in here and spice it up and make it more rogified and make it flow better. But if you would imagine, this is social Instagram posts. When we come to our Facebook page, you can use this. You notice, I'll go to mine here. So here, I'm not an agent, but I do have Realty One Group Summit here. But if I was an agent, I would actually have this background, and I'll show you right here. I wanted to do this with an example. This is what I do, right? So this is my background image I have for my Facebook. So I'm going to save this into my desktop. And I'm going to make it essentially, put the ROG logo on there. So I see kind of the placement of it on the Facebook page. I'm going to come over here to my Canva. I'm going to go ahead and let's see. I want to create a new one. Let's see if it's going to let me do it. Okay, that's not what I want. Facebook cover post, perfect, there we go. So I have the template already there for me. I'm actually gonna go ahead and I kind of skipped this, so my apologies, but I'll go ahead and run through this left toolbar right here. We have templates that are automatically created from Canva, which you can select from and build off of. I do this quite a bit. For example, like we have Alexa's birthday bash right here. I like the way that looks. Kind of gives you an idea, and you build off it, change the colors, and you can make it, you know, rogified. For example, if I select this, I just choose the individual elements. I can change the color. So let's just say that's white. We'll change this background here to gold. Change this to black. Let's do this white as well. And so you can see here how we kind of already have one. All I did was change the colors and it already looks, you know, Realty One Group already. That's the power of the branding and the color code and all that. So when you use templates, it's really simple to do that. I just want to show you guys that example real quick. Uploads, I already showed you that. This is where you upload everything. Elements, this is where you actually search on Canva. They have their own elements that you can use, be it graphics, GIFs, moving stickers. You can just type it in here, type in, for example, agent. And you have, you know, things you can snag and just drop right in, boom, just like that. Hello, now they say no, maybe not birthday bash, we're gonna do, you know, virtual buying seminar, things like that. You know, it's your imagination, or however they say, you know, whatever you can imagine, you can create. Text, we went through that. Videos, you can even throw videos in there as well. We do have backgrounds, images, again with the colors, and then folders if you want to be more, if you're super analytical, you can make your own folders and all that. Like this is where, for example, I made a folder for all the graduation stuff I did, so I can kind of keep that in its own separate area without being convoluted in the original bank of things. But again, let's go ahead and make that Facebook post or that Facebook cover that I was talking about. So come to uploads. I would upload that image that I have. I'm gonna go ahead and click it, drag it over right here. I'm just gonna scale it to size. I pretty much wanted to cover all of this. Let's see here. Okay, now we're looking good there. I'm gonna delete everything here that was here. Boom, boom, boom. So now I have my Facebook post that I was working on. I'm gonna come over still on my uploads, kind of scroll down till I find my Realty One Group Summit logo that I want. And there we go. A pro tip is to always have your Facebook page open, because the way Facebook crop things, sometimes it's gonna clip your image. So I can see here that, you know, I can totally put it alongside this this water line right here, which is what I'll do, just like so. Okay, that's looking good. And then if I had, you know, for example, my DRE number, I can put that right under it. Carlo Taylor. DRE. And then we'll make this color. Let's see what we got here. Something that stands out a little bit more. Let's see. Kind of gets lost there. Gets lost as well. I could just do gold so it matches, but I'll do here is I'll come over to elements. I will get a square. Let's make this black. Actually, let's invert that. Let's make this white. And that square gold. Okay. Yeah, it looks good. I like that. So now we kind of have some branding going on there, and I'm going to save this. I'm always saved as a PNG, even though it doesn't, even though it has a background. PNG is usually going to be a higher quality than a JPEG, so you're going to get a finer resolution. So if you do have like the websites that blow a lot of things up, you're going to get a better resolution with PNG, and it won't look so pixelated. So now I save my design, it automatically goes to my download folder. I can come over here to my Facebook. I'm going to edit this, upload photo. Boom, boom, boom. Now ready to rock and roll. Now I'm compliant. I got my Realty Wonder Summit logo, my Giancarlo Taylor, and I'm a realtor, and I have my DRE number right there. Now, Cami, I know if there's anything else that people would add to it, I think that covers it for the most part, or what do you say on that?
I think it's good as long as you have your DRE number on there and no less than the number 12 font, I think.
Right. So it has to be easily readable in a non-conspicuous place, I think they call it, for not only your social medias, but for your website as well. So a lot of times, and like me and Grant reach out to people, that's why we say, it's got to be somewhere on the top. And everyone's been real good about it, though, about being compliant. So
yeah, you guys are awesome.
Yeah, you guys are really rocking it. And when we do reach out to you, we're just like, oh, I know we tell you guys, but we just want to make sure. But yeah, so that was kind of the shotgun blast of how to get everything in motion for where to download the assets, how to use the assets, where to customize the assets, and what program we use and I use to do this. Again, it's all through Canva, everything I do. So if you guys have any questions, I'm going to go ahead and open it up. You can type it in chat or unmute yourself, and I'll be more than happy to help you with that and get that arranged.
I think it's great.
Thanks.
Awesome.
I learned some tips.
And then you guys, again, if there's something you guys are embarrassed about asking, like maybe, oh, I'm such a newbie, I don't know how to do this, everyone knows how to do it, you can always send me an email in private or call my office line. I help agents all the time. So that's what I do best. And we can do like a one-on-one session, even like over Zoom, to kind of get that helped out and worked out for you.
Awesome.
All right, everybody, thanks so much again for watching. I'm glad we were able to get Canva to work. What I'll do here is I'm gonna upload this into our Facebook and YouTube later today near the afternoon. So you can always come back to it and customize it. Yeah, Nicole, I've been playing Canva a lot. Yeah, there's a lot to do with Canva. I really like the GIFs that move around, and I invite everybody just to play around with it and make some cool graphics. So I'm looking forward to what you guys can produce. But again, thanks everybody for watching, and I will talk to you soon.